Okay, hello and welcome to this short presentation on Amazon, and it's Amazon selling for beginners. If you're selling on Amazon or you're advanced and you're doing great things on Amazon, this is not for you. This is for beginners that have no idea, no product, no idea what Amazon FBA is, how to get products on there, how to sell, how to do any of that good stuff. So I'm going to take you through this bit by bit, and a bit of it's explaining my story, where I started. I mean, I started buying products from charity shops and second-hand products from charity shops to get started in this business. So we can show you from the ground up how to get started in this business. It's selling on the world's largest e-commerce platform. Probably a bit of an introduction would be the best thing to start with. That's me there. Ian McMullen I have been doing e-commerce or selling online, if you like, for this last 24 years, and I've been selling initially at the beginning on eBay. In fact, it was only 9 or 10 years ago I realised that you could actually sell on Amazon. I didn't know. I know you could buy stuff on Amazon, which we did, but I didn't know you could sell on Amazon. So I've been doing e-commerce on and off between eBay and our own websites and different things for this last 24 years. Amazon coaching has been doing that for this last 5 years, more so with with a UK based business that had UK clients, and we were doing it for individuals, one-to-one coaching, and for businesses that hadn't products on Amazon. They had their own range of products, but they were not yet on the Amazon platform, and that gave them greater visibility and whatnot. But we also deal with one-to-one clients that have no idea, no products, no idea how to sell, how to get started, how to find product, and that's what this is geared towards, to show you how to find products that are easily available on your doorstep, that you can find, pick up, pack up, and send into Amazon. Also author of Bankrupt to 100k in 12 months, a small book that we'd written a number of years back, and it's out now it's been reprinted, it's been adjusted slightly and reprinted. It's not available just at the moment, but will be fairly soon, and founder of the Amazon FastTrack. So that's all about me. This is where I'm from, County Antrim, Northern Ireland. I live near these two places here, the top one being the Giant's Causeway, and the bottom one is Carrick-a-Reed Rope Bridge. Been there many times, but only across it twice. I don't intend to go back over it again. I wouldn't be good at heights. So, business. With regards to normal bricks and mortar business, I had an electrical contracting business for 18 years. And I had a property business that ran alongside that for 8 years. It was actually closer to 9 years. But then all good things came to an end whenever the recession came, and they just completely went flat. I mean, that contracting business, we had 40-something men on site, we had 8 girls in the office, and we had work and contracts lined up for maybe a year ahead. And when that recession hit, it was just like a switch getting turned off. Couldn't see a month ahead. And one by one, had to let the men go, the vans, the vehicles, the staff, all the equipment, everything went. And then the construction business went as well. So not a nice position to be in. And of course, then a year later, where it says broke and bankrupt. Well, that's exactly what happened. I was broke and bankrupt. I remember well going to Tesco's to put £10 of diesel in the van, and the card was declined. I tried it 3 times and it was declined for £10 of diesel. It was just ridiculous. Now that was a low point, and I tell you, bankrupt, that focuses the mind. So it was a low point, but it was a starting point. And of course, like most other people, where do you go when you're looking for business ideas, or you're wanting to start something on a shoestring? Because we didn't have money to start anything, we didn't have money to invest in something. So I went to YouTube and started looking for businesses that I could start on a shoestring, or indeed for free. And the one that kept recurring was Amazon FBA. That kept coming up. I had no idea what Amazon FBA was. I knew what Amazon was, but I found out FBA is Fulfillment by Amazon. That's products selling on Amazon. And I found out that Amazon sales at that time, you can just about see that figure there, that's 513 billion of retail sales that Amazon did that year. And I thought, my goodness, that's a colossal amount of money. There's bound to be something in that we could get a small piece of and start to sell. So that's what we did. But anyway, what I did was I found out that this FBA thing could be a good thing to get into. I could start small and build it up. Now, at that time, I had what they call a credit building card, or credit rebuilding card. These credit cards that so-called are supposed to rebuild your credit. I mean, I didn't know if they worked or not, but I had a 500 quid limit on one of these cards, and I fell in with a guy in the US that was doing an FBA, Amazon FBA course. It was $397 or something like that, and you could pay it in 3 parts. So I thought, well, there's a no-brainer, I'll do that. So paid the first payment on this card and was working away, and I started to get a few products, and I'll show you how I got them here just in a minute or two. And it came to the second payment, and I went to pay, and the card declined it. Deja vu, here we go again. And I tried it again, declined. So I had to email the guy and say, look, I'm sorry, explain the whole situation. The card has been declined for the second payment. I have 2 more payments to make. And fair play to the guy, I came back and said, as you sell stuff and get your card cleared, pay me the next instalment, and then the next instalment. Like, where else would you get it? So we did that, and we cleared it. And I'm still in contact with that guy to this day. Fair play to him, it did it, and it worked. But where do you go when you have no money and you can't use a credit card to buy stock? Well, this is where I went. Local drop-in charity shop. That's the cheapest place that I knew that I could find product. And you had to pay cash. I couldn't use my card in this shop. I had to pay by cash. So I was getting in with £1 cash and buying second-hand products. Like, how low can you go? But anyway, I bought these products in the charity shop. Well, one of the first products I got was this Kawasaki manual. I bought it for 10 pence, and I sold it on Amazon for 19 quid. And I thought, my goodness, that's unbelievable. And of course I went back to see if I could find more of these, which of course there was none. I mean, if there was a box of them, I would have bought them. So we found other products in there, and one of them was this jigsaw. You can see behind my head there. Sold for £29. I bought it for £2.50 and sold for £29. Like, if you saw that in the shop, you would walk past it, you wouldn't even buy it. But I bought it, and I sent it in, and I sold it for £29. And I thought, this is fantastic. So I went back one day with my son, and we took all this stuff home. This is it sitting on my office floor. And one of the items that my son actually picked out was this telescope up on the top shelf. And I brought it down. I thought, oh, they'll never sell that. We'll not bother with that. But we bought it anyway. We bought it for £20. And everything was in it. It was all there. The plastic was all still sealed. It was an unwanted gift of some sort. But anyway, I bought it for 20 quid and sold it for 75 on Amazon. I thought, this is unreal stuff. So it just, if I could keep going back, and a lot of these games that you see here are second-hand games. All the pieces were there. In fact, some of the pieces that were missing in some of them, I went onto eBay and was able to buy player pieces and dice and different things to make up the box. Now, I wouldn't be bothered doing that now, but you did that, and you get the box complete, and you sold it as a second-hand game. And some of them were brand new games, and we resold them as brand new games. So that was the charity shop finds. And this was the first ever shipment that we boxed up here. So just boxes stacked up and ready to go. And you can see on the right hand side the IKEA scales. They were the first scales that we used. In fact, we used those scales for almost 3 years. You literally stood in the scales, you weighed yourself, and then you stood in the scales again with the box, and you got the difference in the weight. That was the weight of the box. And we worked like that for a good while. It was, if you put the box in the scales, you couldn't see the readout. So we worked like that for a while. That's maybe just a Ballymena thing on me. I like a deal. I like a thing. I like something for nothing. So we used the bathroom scales. We already had those. We didn't have to buy them. And it worked well. So we decided then after the charity shop, we'll maybe up the game a wee bit and go somewhere a wee bit more prestigious to get our products. So we ended up going to Poundland. And Poundland was one of the best places. It was a wee gold mine, Poundland. Now, you'll not get so much in Poundland today for £1. They're usually about £1.15 or £1.25. There's a few there for £1. But that was a great... I could have spent hours in that shop. That was a great wee shop there. Finding stuff. It could have been packets of biscuits or cups of soup or tins of ham. And you'll see some of the examples. But one of the first products that I did buy was the bug spray. And some of you maybe will have seen the Instagram videos about this. I bought it for £1 and sold it for $8.99. And I think I bought 6 of them to start with and sent them into Amazon. Sold out. Bought 12, sent them in, sold out. And I thought, this is great. So I went back and we went through 3 or 4 different times, different shipments. But in the end, we had gone around 4 or 5 different Poundlands, and I had gathered up 200 of these things. And we sent them all in, and they all started to sell. And then I went back for more, and one of the Poundland stores in one of the local towns here said, we can't sell you this, you're reselling it. And I said, well, of course I am, I'm not using all this stuff. So we had lost our source, which was Poundland, but we ultimately found a wholesaler that was selling this stuff and bought it from there. So we changed up again, and we decided we would go to some of the bigger retail stores. This time it was Smith's. I was in and out of that store so many times over the years, and for so long. I could have spent 3 hours in one of those stores scanning products, and you'll see what I mean by scanning products, but your phone will turn into a scanner and you can scan barcodes with your phone and it will show you what the product is selling for on Amazon and what the fees are and what Amazon will pay you if you sell that product. So anyway, we went into Smith's and we found a lot of deals here. One of them was this here, this VTech switch and go dinosaur thing. Selling price on Amazon was £38.33. You can see it up there at the top. The fees on it were £8.16, and Amazon would have paid you out then £30.17, and our cost was £11.99 on that, and the profit was £18.18. A pretty good profit. There's another one, a Hexbug Nano. I had no idea what this thing was, but I scanned it and it showed a good profit. It was selling on Amazon for $17.99. They less the fees, they will pay you $13.57, and it left me with a profit of £6.07. We sold these for months. I don't know how many hundred of these things we sold. This is us outside Smith's, filling the back of the car, literally with a trolley full of stuff, and it worked really well. In fact, it worked that well I actually sent my wife to pick up stuff at the Smith store. That's a haul of Play-Doh and Disney stuff. You can actually even see in the back seats of the car there's full cartons of stuff in there. And that was a great old car because you could have dropped the seats right down and it was almost like a minivan, and you could have filled it to the roof with stuff. But we picked up multiple deals like that, and this was the state of the office whenever we came home. After we unloaded all the stuff into the office, and then we had to start and go through all this stuff, labeling it and boxing it up and sending it into Amazon. Now, I got the kids involved. It was good fun, and they were with me one morning. You can see there where it said it was 1:30 in the morning. Now, my wife was not best pleased. They were with me that morning to 1:30 in the morning. And you can just imagine when my wife went to see why they weren't in their bed, they were still down here sticking labels and products for me. And that was by 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, the kids had to send them to bed before there was a divorce, and I had to box the rest of these up. And by 5 in the morning, I had these boxed up. And you can see I don't like to waste boxes. There's cheese and onion boxes there, and WhatsApp boxes, and I don't know what all else. And I don't know how many rolls of parcel tape I used in these. I wasn't going to make them, they weren't going to fall out anyway. But I was going to get them well enough packaged up to get them all into Amazon and selling. And it usually takes from when they left me, and this is here in Northern Ireland, usually by selling in Amazon within 4 or 5 days, excluding weekends. Some simple maths. 10 products a day. Now, selling 10 products a day is not very much. 10 products is nothing, and £3 profit is a small profit. But if you were to do 10 products a day at £3 profit in a month, in 30 days, that's £900 profit, and just in a month. And that's after Amazon fees. Amazon have taken their cut out of that, and that's what you're left with. Now, that's only one product. What if you had 3 products and you multiplied that up? That's £2,700 for 3 products selling at just £3 profit. As you saw there, I had a product there selling at £9 profit, and some of the examples we looked at were £5 profit, £6 profit. It changes. All products are not the same. It's not one of these things that's this magic bullet where everybody wants a £5 profit. I have products that are only making me maybe £1 profit, but I'm selling hundreds of them a month because I can go to a wholesaler, order a couple of hundred of them, send them into Amazon, and they'll just sell away. And I might be getting £1 or £1.50 profit on them. And I'm quite happy to do that because there's no work involved with it. I just order the product and send it in. That's it. I don't have any bagging and packing up to do and any labelling or anything like that. So it can become very, very hands-off. Okay, so what is this Amazon FastTrack? Well, the Amazon FastTrack has been put together on the back of the one-to-one coaching that we've done since last year. And at the beginning, I had no intention of creating a video course at all. And the ones that asked me, did I have one? The answer was no, I didn't have. It was one-to-one coaching. But the more and more people I have talked to, they wanted maybe a more affordable option than the one-to-one coaching. So this is how we've put this together. It's a series of videos. Some of it is from content from coaching clients that we've gone through. Their details are blanked out. You don't see who they are. But you've gone through the process of different tasks that we've gone through with them, and a lot of it is video recordings that I have done showing you how to source product, how to source it the right way, meeting the right criteria, how to send it to Amazon, how to ship it, how to sell it. And it's step by step and just ordinary everyday language. There's no big fancy terms and terminology in here that you can't understand. It's all very, very simple stuff. The videos are me. I have recorded all the videos. I haven't outsourced this to some idiot to start recording me videos. I've recorded them all, and they're all on here, all about sourcing products and different products. Some you can see there, I mean, like Fox's Biscuit, stuff that you can get down a mile from where you live and pick that up and send it into Amazon and sell it. Sounds simple, but it is simple. You can find products everywhere, and we show you all the different kinds of products that you can pick up and sell. You need to take your phone and you need to take yourself to a shop and scan products. To start off, anyhow, that is by far the easiest way to find products. If you've seen any of these wee Instagram videos that I do, I did one there in B&M Bargains with my phone scanning in about 15 minutes. And in about 15 minutes, I found like 6 products. This is one of this guy. He was skeptical. He watched TikTok videos, and then he came across my Instagram, and he got his first shipment off on the 20th of October, and it was live by the 26th, and 3 weeks on, he sold 111 units with sales of £841. £450 worth of sales in his first week, which is pretty good at a 30% margin, and he only did that with 6 products. Very, very good. One of the more recent clients who started by the end of October, and by the first week in December, she had reached £5,000 at a 20% margin. Excellent work. Well done. Actually, that person there, all they did was scan products in Poundland, B&M, Tesco's. They didn't do any online stuff. They went out to the stores and spent maybe an hour and a half in a store scanning product. And anyone that made a profit, she brought it home. And I talked to her before, and she was going and buying like 20 and 30 packs of these sweets in a shop and scanning them, buying them in Poundland or wherever it was at a pound, and selling them at $6.99 on Amazon. The products are there. You just need to actually do the work and go and find them. Another client who started in December and did £2,500 in sales in less than 1 week. That was excellent.